People made the mistake, and politicians especially made the mistake of thinking that modelling was science, and it's nothing of a kind. But James, let's talk about the Liberal Party now, because you're a staunch Conservative, and I'm sure the viewers are well aware of that by now, and you advocated for like-minded people to vote for Labor during the federal election to punish the coalition and purge it of its left-leaning infiltrators. Well, you got some of your wish back in May. Has anything happened since the election to restore your faith in the Liberal Party, James?
Well, let me just first on that, typically people who are conservative are called hard right, far right, extreme right. So you couldn't put a piece of paper between my views and John F. Kennedy's on just about anything, on defense, on tax. He'd probably want a few more hookers in the White House than I would. But leaving that aside, and so if you have that set of views, bog standard Democrat Party in the early 1960s, you are now considered hard right, far right, conservative. So I feel the spectrum moved and I didn't. I'm not that old, but that set of views. So if you have those set of views and you looked at the recent performance of the coalition, it's so dispiriting. You can't think of a single thing after Abbott stopped the boats that the legacy of the coalition party is worth anything. They get into government. Their appointments are consistently left of center appointees. The Human Rights Commission is a disgrace. I would close it down. Every member of the Human Rights Commission was appointed by conservatives. You've got a Freedom Commissioner who doesn't believe in freedom, appointed by George Brandis. You've got it, and leaving aside all the appointees, the High Court that delivered you the Love decision, the majority, all appointed by the coalition. They can't fight for free speech in Section 18C. You're desperately looking for some reason to think, okay, this is worth voting for. They sign up to net zero, which is an election winner. So I was glad they lost. It's a hard call, but sometimes, the party has been taken over by cuckoos. It's the sort of young staffers who don't believe in anything, and all they want to do is look at the focus groups. I think Dutton should have come in on the first day and fired every advisor who was advising Morrison. I don't know if he did that, but those people don't care about values. They just do focus groups.
Well, quickly before you go, James, let's talk about the next election where Conservatives might have a remote chance, which is in Victoria. Scoring political points down in Victoria should be like shooting fish in a barrel right now, but Victorian opposition leader Matthew Guy couldn't hit water if he fell out of a boat. Do you think Victorians will go with him anyway?
How can you lose to the guy who imposes the world's longest lockdown, spends money like there's no tomorrow, won't answer questions, and is a thug politically? How can you lose? Well, the only way you can lose is by not offering opposition on any front, really. I don't know what they're doing. I actually think that Dutton can win the next election. I don't know. If you're a betting person, you sure wouldn't bet on Matthew Guy. It's an embarrassment that they're going to lose to Dan Anderson. But Dutton I think we need Dutton to come out against The Voice, where you treat different people not based on their character, but on the color of their skin or their genetic background. That's shocking, and I don't know what he's waiting for. He's got to come out against The Voice. I think he's got to start looking at Europe and realizing that their energy problems are coming here. I don't know what he's doing. He's in witness protection so far, but hopefully he escapes from witness protection and he makes a few, appearances in media and starts saying stuff. I don't know where he is.